Were you injured in a crash and now face a pile of medical bills? In this video, I'm going to break down exactly how to get your bills paid after a car crash in Virginia and what to do to protect yourself from getting stuck with the bill. Hey, I'm Brian Glass. I'm a personal injury lawyer. I've been doing this for about 17 years. And today, after having secured one of the largest DUI verdicts in the history of Virginia, I can personally say that most people undervalue their case, which is exactly what insurance companies count on. And if you or somebody you know has been injured or disabled and you want to speak with a lawyer you can trust, give us a call at Ben Glass Law to schedule your free consultation. Let's start with your options for getting those bills covered. Number one, you start with your health insurance. Believe it or not, your own health insurance is often the first line of defense, even when somebody else caused your crash. Whether you have private insurance, Medicare, Medicaid, these all cover emergency care and your follow-up visits. And yes, they might request some reimbursement later if you get a settlement, but at least you're not facing collections while you recover or paying out of pocket for every visit that you go to. Don't assume that at-fault drivers insurance will cover things right away. It won't. These cases take time, and in the meantime, your health insurance will help you get the care that you need. Number two, you do file a claim with the at-fault driver's insurance company. And once it's clear that they caused the accident, you can pursue a claim through their liability insurance. This includes bodily injury liability and property damage. But here's the catch, it's not pay as you go. You need to finish treatment, submit all your medical bills, and negotiate a settlement. And that means months can go by before you see any money coming in. And during that time, providers still expect to get paid. This is one of the biggest misunderstandings that we see. People think that the at-fault driver's insurance company is going to send them checks every time they go to a doctor, and it just doesn't work like that, which is where number three comes in. Number three is your medical payments coverage on your car. It's something that you can add to your policy in Virginia. It's optional and not everybody has it, but it's super helpful. Now, MedPay pays your medical bills no matter who caused your crash. There's no deductible, there's no copay. It covers everything from ambulance rides to ER visits, chiropractic care, and any other reasonable medical expenses on your policy, typically from like $1,000 to $10,000 depending on your limit. If you have it, you should use it. It doesn't impact your rates and it gets money into your hands faster. This is especially helpful while you're waiting for your full settlement later. Fourth, coordinating between medical providers and medical liens. If your bills are piling up and you simply can't pay out of pocket, some doctors will agree to hold off on collections if you sign their lien agreement. This is a legal promise that you'll pay them out of the future settlement. That sounds fair, and it can be, but you need to be careful because too many liens can eat up your settlement. And some providers also charge full rates when they know they're going to get paid later, even if they normally discount it or accept your insurance. And a good lawyer helps manage these liens and negotiates them down when possible. This can make a huge difference in how much money goes into your pocket at the end of the case. Sometimes you get bills for services that were overpriced or simply not covered, and if the insurance company is dragging things out, those bills can go into collections. Before you worry, know that many hospitals and providers are often open to negotiation. You can often reduce your medical bill by asking for a cash payment discount or setting up a payment plan. And if you're working with a lawyer, they can step in at the end of the case and sometimes negotiate those bills on your behalf. This is another area where having a lawyer is super helpful and it saves you thousands of dollars. Here are some things that can limit the total compensation you receive. Even when you finally settle your case, you might not get to keep all of it. Your health insurance provider might have a right to reimbursement, especially if it's a government plan like Medicare or Medicaid, or if you're part of an ERISA-based group health insurance policy. This means they'll want to get paid back whatever they paid on your behalf directly out of your settlement. It's not automatic though, and it's another place where negotiation matters, because a good lawyer can often get that reimbursement rate reduced or even waived depending on the case. Another thing you should know is Virginia follows a strict contributory negligence rule. And that means if you're 1% at fault for the happening of your crash, you don't get to recover anything. This includes your medical bill. So even if the other driver was mostly at fault, even if they're like 98% at fault, the other driver may try to shift some blame onto you just to avoid paying. And this is why documentation and legal strategy are so important, because one wrong move can cost you everything. That's why it's really important to keep your medical records and your paperwork organized, because to get compensated, you need evidence. And that means medical records, billing statements, explanation of benefits from your insurance company, and proof of payment. Even if it's overwhelming, don't just throw everything out. Keep it in a folder, whether it's physical or digital, with every document related to your treatment. Note that the dates that you missed work, out-of-pocket costs, and how the injury affected your life. Because the more detailed your records, the stronger your case is. Insurance companies don't just take your word for it, they need proof. Now, at the end of the day, navigating medical bills after a crash is like putting a puzzle together. You have all these different sources: health insurance, MedPay, third-party liability, underinsured motorist coverage, and out-of-pocket payments, all with their own rules and priorities. And trying to balance all of this while you're injured can be a lot. And the truth is that most people either overpay or give up and settle for less than they deserve. And that's why a trusted personal injury lawyer is really vital to have in your case. We help clients understand the process, protect their rights, and make sure that every dollar they're entitled to gets to them. From coordinating with medical providers to fighting for full compensation, my team doesn't give up until we make sure that you are not left holding the bag. Now, if you or a loved one has been hurt here in Virginia and you're ready to talk to an experienced lawyer who will fight to get you the compensation you deserve, call us today at Benglass Law. The consultation is free, it's confidential, and it could help you get the settlement you deserve. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to subscribe and check out the next video here.